Good morning, students. Today we are going to read chapter 5 of English 1, that is Paralympics. We have heard about Olympics, we have heard about so many games. We also play certain games, isn't it? And we enjoy the games. But what about the people who are disabled, who cannot play these games? Now, there was a man who introduced games for the people who cannot play games like us, for disabled people, and these games are actually called Paralympics. According to Scott Hamilton, the only disability in life is a bad attitude. So, according to him, it is not your physical disability, but it is your bad attitude that matters in life. God has created all, but not everybody with same quality. We are fortunate that we are not disabled, but think about them who are not so fortunate. Do they have no right to live like us? Can they never play and enjoy games like we do? These thoughts give birth to Paralympic Games. These games were specifically created for physically disabled people. Disability like impaired muscle power, leg length difference, faulty vision, etc. Such was man, German American gymnast George Iser, who was the earliest athlete with a disability, but despite he had wooden leg, he won 6 medals in the 1904 Olympics. He created an impression over us all. He inspired us all that we should not give up with our disabilities. He is George Iser, the man with wooden legs, but he didn't give up with his disability. In spite, he made it his power. The idea of having separate Olympic Games for the disabled first came from the war veterans of the Second World War in 1948. So it was not until after Second World War that Paralympic was widely introduced. The purpose of Paralympics at that time was to assist the large number of war veterans and civilians who had been injured during the wartime. So these games were called the International Wheelchair Games, and they were held in London. These were called the wheelchair games because most of the participants had spinal cord injuries and they participated on wheelchairs. German-born Dr. Ludwig Guttmann from Stoke Mandeville Hospital was the person who organized this game. Why he organized these games? Because he wanted to create a platform for disabled people who wish to participate in sports. This encouraging idea expanded to become the Paralympic Games and was soon a regular feature. So this idea expanded to become the Paralympic Games, and soon it becomes a regular feature. It held on a regular basis. The Paralympics were held in regular basis with a large number of participants from all over the world. So the participants from all over the world started participating in these games. These games were almost as grand as the Olympics and were governed by the International Paralympic Committee. The word Paralympic was coined from two words, para meaning beside or along with, and Olympic